Suspect 1 stopped firing his assault rifle, placed it down to his right side, and transitioned to a semi-automatic pistol.
He reloaded. This man got a whole loadout while he going to catch a body. He stopped emptying the clip of the Drake, put it down on the right side, and picked up his secondary and started busting some more, folks. All on camera.
Subject 1 was Marquise. They compared his Instagram live with 13 views to the Ring doorbell footage with his hoodie on. They also compared his Balenciaga shoes and his pictures.
This man is catching bodies in his shoes, folks. Do you understand how slow y'all caught a body in y'all shoes and y'all wearing y'all hoodies, driving y'all car, and then y'all went back to y'all crib? Like, what the fuck is wrong? Like, hey boy, y'all slow as hell, gang. I don't even know how to be street niggas right, man. Y'all getting caught, folks. This on TV, folks. DS, I'ma slap me in ring. WDS, we provide a go bend. Banging on block, my peel, my gins. Going to house with this pig. Big WD, I be using my feet. Clutch in the back with that 300 B. Y'all working that Drake here, get on one knee. I done ran through they rep me, leaking Lil Z. A car full of vests, everybody got B. Boy, they look about 13 out there, boy. Still kicking my door, give a fuck if they read. What the hell?
Some say going on a drill is a priority to be a rapper. But when you think about it, that's probably why it's called drill rap. At least according to these rappers. There's been some unsolved cases.
That's the craziest part about all this, folks. You guys, it's like they think you gotta go on a drill to be a drill rapper. It's just
recently got closure after a recent arrest. It's a neighborhood in Southeast DC located on Stanton Terrace and Bruce Place, also known as Henson Ridge or the Z, that's allegedly affiliated with neighborhoods and crews called GBY, Get Back Gang, and YGA, Youngest Get Active. And he also closely aligned with the neighborhood crew from Maryland, Walker Mill, also known as WDS, Walk Down Steppers. Now, a person identified in this affidavit as Subject 1 is an 18-year-old aspiring rapper who go by the name of Marcus Middleton Jr., who's also affiliated with the neighborhood WDS, Walk Down Steppers, and Walker Mill, Maryland. Now, Marcus lived in Clinton and went to a nice high school in Maryland called Wise. But he was also an aspiring rapper, as we mentioned, and had a thrill for being in the streets. His rap stage name was Ackwick, and those who close to Marquise would call him Keese. Now, Marquise had a couple songs on YouTube. One had a video. It was a track titled G30, with only 13,000 views and counting, where he mentioned some clues that would later help him get indicted.
Oh, no.
I come with that switch. I come with that Drake. I come in your spot. I sit with you late. I caught two on the day. I was working at Drake, and two men walking got hit in his face.
Oh, hold on, y'all. This is my clothing brand. I need y'all to go support your boy, okay? And supporting your boy with some pretty cheap clothing, all right? And you gonna be fly and fresh as hell, man. All right, link in the description. They.us. Go shop. I be using my feet, clutch in the back with that 300 B. Y'all working that Drake here, get on one knee. I done ran through they rep me, leaking Lil Z. A car full of vests, everybody got B. I was working that switch, I be working that P. Still kicking my door, give a
Now, the person affidavit we looking at is a 25-year-old man who go by the name Andre Green. And according to authorities, the other perpetrators in this affidavit was his youngest. Now, Andre and Marquise alleged opposition. According to Andre affidavit, his neighborhoods like 23rd Street and Savannah Terrace, which is a southeast neighborhood in Washington, D.C., which is also where the shooting occurred we'll later discuss. 23rd and Savannah also called a self-chase down gang. Andre and Marquise also allegedly had beef with the neighborhood located on 3500 Stanton Road, southeast, known as Parkland, also known as Trap Flavor or Mob Ties. They also had beef with a crew on the 22nd Street of Southeast, known as Deuce Deuce. And according to this affidavit, it led to shootings, murders, and diss songs over the past 2 years. Now, in this video, we are focused on the latest shooting that Andre and Marquise and two other people who haven't been identified was allegedly involved in, according to Andre affidavit. A shooting that took place July 18th, 2024, a summer morning in Southeast Washington, D.C. Broad daylight, 40 minutes before noon. Members of the Metropolitan Police Department, 7th District, were in the area of 23rd and Alabama Avenue, southeast, when they heard the sound of gunshots. Officers responded to a shopping center located on the 2200 block of Alabama Avenue, southeast, where they located 4 victims suffering from gunshot wounds. 3 men and a 2-year-old girl who was at daycare on their routine walk. 2 of the men died, with 1 being shot in the head, later identified as Lamont Street, 29 years old, and Jermaine Proctor, 50 years old. May they both rest in peace. and love condolences to
At least
the
the
families.
2-year-old
Now,
made it.
apparently, the 2 men that lost their life was chilling in the parking lot with over 10 people. The other man that was shot was walking from work.
Update on that deadly shooting in Southeast that we've been covering since our noon hour.
Was they supposed to
Thank
be
you
like
for joining us.
older
I'm Scott
gangsters or
Thuman.
something?
And I'm Victoria Sanchez. We know right now that 2 people were killed and 2 others hurt, including a 2-year-old girl on a walk with her daycare group.
That's
Police
crazy,
are still looking for multiple
bro.
suspects.
Our Tom Rousey has been on this story all afternoon. And
That's
Tom,
crazy, gang. Bro, that's why I get this money on phone now. Y'all tripping, gang. I ain't taking my I ain't dropping my kids off in no damn daycare. No fuck what y'all talking about. My kids going with their mama. Daddy gonna work. You hear me talking about? If he ain't with his daddy or their mama, they going with their grandma, their grandpa, their great grandma, their auntie. You see what I'm saying? They cousin from the grade. No, we ain't doing it like that. No, sir.
spoke with the toddler's grandmother.
Yeah, Scott and Victoria, she tells me she's in intensive care right now. She's asking the whole community to pray for this little 2-year-old girl named Emily.
God.
Emily was with other children getting ready to go for a walk. They were from a daycare that's right behind me here in the Alabama Plaza Shopping Center. Well, as they're getting ready to go for a morning walk, according to police, there's guys who pull up in a car on Alabama Avenue here, get out, and they just open fire. Before it was all said and done, 2 men were dead, another man was hit, and little Emily was hit as well.
What she, man, that's fucked up.
The child's grandmother shared these pictures of 2-year-old Emily, who she says was getting ready to go for a walk with other children and employees at her daycare when gunfire erupted nearby and Emily was hit. Police expect the 2-year-old to survive.
One homicide here in the District of Columbia is too many. And I'm telling you, we are sick and tired of this.
A visibly angry police chief, Pamela Smith, said the children were about to be taken on a normal morning walk when 3 people got out of this car and began opening fire. 2 men were killed and another man was hit, as was 2-year-old Emily. We spoke with one woman who says she's related to one of the men.
This is because they don't care about none of this. They just trying to be cool. It's not like they trying to catch. Back in the day, motherfuckers called bodies and it made sense. 1 + 1 = 2. Nowadays, in 2024, 1 + 1 = 19, folks. Like, we way off on, bro. You got young niggas bouncing out of cars just wetting crowds up to go back to the hood and get points. Now people scared of you. Now people know you a real savage. So now you can go to rap. Now you can go diss the other hood. Now you can go do this, do that. Now you cool in the hood. Now you that nigga in your hood. Now you running shit, bro. Now people giving you guns, giving you moves, giving you work. So you can go get that's how life go, bro. But it's just weird now, folks. Like, it's so weird, gang.
They say he got this shot for nothing, because he ain't do nothing.
The local ANC chair says police were sitting at Alabama Plaza a lot until suddenly stopping doing so recently.
It seems like when the cruisers are not sitting there, it seems like the violence in that little vicinity ramps right back up.
He says he got a concealed carry permit because of all the violence around here, but he still doesn't feel safe.
Because having a concealed carry, you still have, you just never know. Walking through a community, you can be an innocent, not expecting anything to happen.
One mother tells us she tries to keep her 9-year-old son inside constantly.
He's inside on his computer or the stupid tablet or that stupid laptop or whatever, on those stupid social media TikTok sites and all that other stuff. But you know what? It's fine, because he's not out here getting shot.
The grandmother of 2-year-old Emily asked the entire community to pray for the child's recovery. The grandmother says she just dealt with grief 2 months ago when 3-year-old Taya Settles, who she is also related to, was shot and killed very close to today's shooting. She says Taya and Emily were cousins.
Bro, I ain't never heard nothing like that in my life, bro. A 2-year-old and her 3-year-old cousin was shot in the same time frame around the same space. That's crazy, folks. That ain't right. And one of
It's
them
kind of
died,
hard to
bro.
believe on
That's
that one.
not
The two
okay,
men
man.
who were killed, they fell here in the Alabama Plaza shopping center behind me. The third man who was hit, we are told he is expected to survive. Police believe Emily will survive as well. But again, her grandmother's saying she is in intensive care right now. Police still searching for 3 suspects. They say they believe they left in a blue Dodge Charger, which actually apparently was a different car than they arrived in. Reporting live in Southeast Washington, I'm Tom Rousey, 7.
According to Andre recent affidavit, while on surveillance, he was seen plotting with the alleged suspects, according to authorities, calling his youngest on camera, gearing up to do the shooting. An hour before the shooting, at around 10:30 a.m., surveillance captured 2 suspects walking in front of 7th District Police Station, located on Stanton Road in Alabama Avenue in Southeast D.C., which is a block away from where the shooting occurred. Now here's footage of the suspects walking eastbound on the 1700 block of Alabama Avenue Southeast towards the 1700 block of Stanton Terrace, which is also in Southeast. Now here's when police, according to Andre affidavit, knew Marquise was the driver of the homicide vehicle. A neighborhood ring camera captured 2 of the suspects in a much closer view, which also helped point out the shoes he had on and matched the Draco from the shooting almost an hour later. Now 30 minutes before the shooting, police get a camera footage from an alley on the 1800 block of Alabama Avenue in Southeast. And you see 3 suspects talking together. A camera labeled side storage showed a blue Dodge Charger pull in the alley and stop adjacent from suspect 1, suspect 2, and suspect 3. The suspects were seen getting inside the vehicle. The blue Dodge Charger supposed to be Andre's Charger. And at 10:56, the blue Dodge Charger briefly pulled off before backing into the driveway of a residence located on the 1800 block of Alabama Avenue Southeast. That's when suspect 4 walked out and went into the driver's rear side of the vehicle. The blue Dodge then pulled off and went southbound out the alley, headed towards the 1700 block of Stanton Terrace Southeast. It then made a right on the 3200 block of Stanton Road. At 11 o'clock, a ring camera located on the 1400 block of Congress Place captured a blue Dodge Charger traveling northbound on the 1400 block of Congress Place in Southeast. Moments later, surveillance camera on the 1400 block of Congress Place Southeast had captured the homicide vehicle, a white sedan, briefly moving before stop on the 1400 block of Congress Place. And at this point, it's 20 minutes before the murder inside the parking lot. 4 minutes later, at 11:04, MPD crime cameras located on Savannah Place.
Bro, they got all of this step by step. The whole, from them talking, meeting up, walking, getting in the car, switching cars, the clothes, the shoes, taking off the mask. They got every step of this body on camera, shorty. Every step, folks.
Side vehicle as it drove past the offense location. From 11:05 to 11:17, the homicide vehicle nor the blue Dodge Charger were captured on surveillance footage. However, MPD crime cameras located on the 21st Street of Bruce Place captured the following events before and after the homicide. At 11:17, a blue Dodge Charger pulled up and parked on 21st and Bruce Place. That appears to be the same blue Dodge Charger that initially picked up the suspects, and is believed to have dropped them off at the homicide vehicle, which was only a block away from the offense location. An MPD crime camera located on Alabama Avenue in Stanton Terrace Southeast captured the following events. At 11:19, the homicide vehicle was observed traveling northbound before making a right on the 1800 block of Alabama Avenue. At 11:20, the homicide vehicle was observed traveling eastbound on the 1800 block of Savannah Place. The homicide vehicle headed towards the 3200 block of 22nd Street, Southeast. The homicide vehicle then goes out of sight. Moments later, the sound of multiple rounds of gunshots are heard. MPD crime camera located on Savannah Place
had
captured the homicide vehicle making a stop at the crosswalk of Savannah Place. The right passenger side door and the rear driver's side door had opened. At 11:21, suspect 1 stopped firing his assault rifle, placed it down to his right side, and transitioned to a semi-automatic pistol.
He reloaded. This man got a whole load out while he going to catch a body, folks. He stopped emptying the clip of the Drake, put it down on the right side, and picked up his secondary, his G-Lock, and started busting some more, folks. What is we doing, gang? Oh, this is all on camera. This shit is on camera. Did you hear what I'm telling you, folks? He got a loadout. He probably got a knife, some pepper spray, 3 perks. Folks, kill streaks. He got all types. Come on, man. What's wrong with this? What? Boy, y'all be out here slow as hell, boy. On the dead guys. Like, gang, y'all don't even know how to be street niggas right, man. Y'all getting caught, folks. This on TV, folks. This is on camera. Do you see this right here, folks? This is nice and clear, gang. They got all of it, step by step by step by step by step. They got it all, folks. Y'all out here tweaking, boy.
Right waistband. Suspect one pointed his handgun in the direction of east of the sidewalk and discharged the weapon towards the victim. At 11:21, a surveillance camera on the 2200 block of Alabama Avenue had captured the witness 1 and witness 2 walking small children and pushing victim 1, who happens to be the 2-year-old girl, alongside 5 other toddlers on the corner of Alabama Avenue. As mentioned, they was in daycare. Witness 1 and witness 2 say when the gunshots rang out, they were able to get victim 1 and the other children to safety, but ultimately, victim 1 was struck by gunfire. Right. Thank God she survived.
Thank God.
At 11:21, okay, the murder vehicle was seen.
This is what I be talking about, though, gang. Like, you not a real. You not really like that for real. If you was really like that for real, you would have pulled up on them niggas and you would have blasted them right there. You scared of all type of shit. You scared to really see how that go. You scared to look a man in his eye before you take his life. You scared to go all the way there. You scared to go with your move. You scared to really go be what you want to be, folks. You want to be a demon, go be a demon then, folks. You blinking from fire as hell back. What other reason do you have other than being scared as hell? You in the middle of the street, blinking through a parking lot. Do you understand this? It's a whole parking lot. He could have pulled up and did that real close. He could have hopped out. Come here. That's what the real ones do. The real ones ain't scared. They ain't got to blink from the middle of the street, half a block away. They ain't got to do that. Why? I ain't trying to hit no innocence. We gonna go get who we get. I ain't scared to look a man in his eye and take his. I ain't scared to see the go sprah. I ain't scared to see meat flying all through the real ones ain't scared of that, folks. You obviously ain't scared of getting caught because y'all slow ass on camera. In 2024, you ain't scared to get caught. You just did that to get some clout, folks. That shit ain't getting condoned, folks. That ain't cool, gang. Bro, niggas be lame. So then I have my hand at the beginning of the video. They say you went through a nice high school and lived in a nice neighborhood. What the hell is you doing? And this what I be telling y'all again, folks, for everybody that don't understand. When I say a nigga from the suburbs, just because it get the cracking over there, it get the cracking because y'all want it to. It don't get the cracking because y'all really street people, or y'all really broke as hell, or y'all mama strung out, or your daddy wasn't there. These niggas living in big houses with big backyards talking about they street niggas. How that work? How that make sense? How 2 and 2 go together, gang? It don't, folks. You sound like it's one of them suburban niggas who wanted to be a drill rapper because it looked cool and you thought all the girls was going to like it, so you out here catching bodies so you can solidify yourself as a real drill artist or solidify yourself as a real street nigga. And that's the lamest, corniest shit in the world. And niggas got the nerve to get under my comments and call me corny. Do you see this, folks? This is corny, folks. This is the definition of corny right here. Y'all be tweaking.
Pistol that was in his right waistband. Suspect 1 pointed his handgun in the direction of east of the sidewalk and discharged the weapon towards the victim. At 11:21, a surveillance camera on the 2200 block of Alabama Avenue had captured the witness 1 and witness 2 walking small children and pushing victim 1, who happens to be the 2-year-old girl, alongside 5 other toddlers. Ultimately, the murder victim of Bruce Place Southeast and proceeding westbound on the 2100 block of Alabama Avenue Southeast and going out of sight of surveillance camera. It should be noted that the blue Dodge Charger pulled off directly after the shooting had occurred. Right. At 11:22, the Dodge Charger was going fast on 18th Street, but this time police was able to get a clear image.
Very clear license plate. At 11:22, you didn't even take your license plate off to go catch a body. Y'all slow, folks. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Blue Dodge Charger made a U-turn on the 1700 block of Alabama Avenue and then made a left turn and began following the homicide vehicle northbound on the 1700 block of Staten Terrace before going out of sight of the surveillance camera. Moments later, the blue Dodge Charger backed and parked in the same driveway to the residence where it picked up the suspects before committing the homicide. All 4 suspects exited the blue Dodge Charger and appeared to walk into the residence associated with the driveway. Now at this point we know Andre is subject 3, and they have footage of his car in front of his home hours later on the 5100 block of 8th Street. The morning of the shooting, Andre attempts to go to work with the same temp tags in the front of his car through the security checkpoint, which is on camera.
I'm done, bro. How slow do you gotta be, gang? How fucking slow do you gotta be? Oh yeah, I'm just gonna go to work like everything normal. With the same tag. Shorty ain't buy no. I would have bought some paint from Walmart and painted my car something. Get some different tags. Something. Switch them. Take them off. You feel?
Immediately, Andre makes a U-turn and don't check in at around 9:57 a.m. But 30 minutes after the shooting, Andre was seen walking around his job on camera. But then at 12:06, he leaves back with his car parked on the end of his employment and his card time saying he's checked in. But by this time, Andre's car was all over the news and social media. 2 hours later, 6th District received a call regarding Andre's blue Dodge Charger parked in the driveway of a residence located on the 1200 block of 48th Street in Northeast. The caller provided Merlin temporary tags. But that vehicle,
look, he still got the same tags. The nigga ain't even take it off, gang.
Members of the Metropolitan Police Department had arrived at the location. The vehicle had left the area. But 30 minutes later, at around 2:30 p.m., Prince George's County Police had received a call that a blue Dodge.
I'ma burn it. I'ma burn it. That's gonna get him off me. I'm gonna burn it. Boy, you dumb as a box of goddamn Captain Crunches, man. You slow as hell, boy. On the dead guys, it's something wrong with you, gang. You gotta go get checked out. For them grade. You need a therapist. You need a massage. For them need to go back to school. All type shit, folks. Cause you slow as hell. I'ma burn the car. Then they ain't gonna know who was me. Then when they see your dumb ass go to work the next day in a brand new car that ain't yours, oh yeah, nobody will be suspicious, right? Like, come on, gang. What you talking about?
Was in flames in College
this
Park,
is your
Maryland.
car.
Turns out it was Andre's car. 45 minutes later, Andre was shown up back at his job.
Oh my God.
3:15. The next day,
oh my
officers
God.
went by the neighborhood of Henson Ridge and came in contact with Andre and Subject 3, which is located on Bruce Place in Southeast. Subject 3 had on the same black and gray jacket,
the same jacket
from the scene of the shoot.
And the same
Crocs. A couple weeks later, on July 24th, 2024, police came to the conclusion that Subject 1 was Marquise. They compared his Instagram live with 13 views to the Ring doorbell footage with his hoodie on. They also compared his Balenciaga shoes and his pictures.
This man is catching bodies in his shoes, folks. Do you understand how slow y'all caught a body in y'all shoes and y'all wearing y'all hoodies, driving y'all car, and then y'all went back to y'all crib? Like, what the fuck is wrong? Like, hey boy, y'all slow as hell, gang. This is making me like, bro, y'all slow. And the fact that it sound like y'all did all this for 2 people that was innocent to get hit up and get unalived, another innocent person get hit, and a 2-year-old get hit? Boy.
Bag and his pictures that matched the shoes and book bag of the scene. They also
and he
found
went right on the
Twitter
Instagram
account, now known as,
and found his Twitter account where he got pictures with the Draco and the Glock, folks. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. Boy.
X. With less than 30 followers.
Y'all
that had pictures of him holding the alleged murder weapons inside a local hotel bathroom. They also saw a post he made just last month on August 1st, 2024. Little did Marquise know that would be his last post on social media. He played a song that we mentioned at the beginning of this video with his verse, with the caption, "I know why they mad. Hashtag, long live him. Hashtag, if I'm lying, I'm flying." Now here are some pictures of the firearms that was recovered. These firearms was linked to 15 shootings in 4 years, with the 10 being contact shootings.
I can't make this up! I cannot make this up! He been blicking people down with the same pipe in 14 blickouts!
in the DMV area.
Brought you last night, police have made an arrest in a shooting that killed 2 men and severely injured a 2-year-old little girl this summer. Our Rafael Sanchez Cruz dug into court documents that are providing more insight into what investigators believe prompted that shooting and how they were able to track one of the suspects down using surveillance cameras and social media.
Oh my God.
That's right, Lorenzo. Prosecutors say Andre Green was the driver helping the shooters that opened fire, but there's no evidence that he actually fired a gun. They also say Green is associated with at least 2 DC street gangs.
Screenshots from surveillance video show the moment the 2 shooters stepped out of this white car and opened fire at the intersection of Alabama Avenue and 22nd Street Southeast on July 18th. 2 men were killed, Lamont Street and Jermaine Proctor. A third was injured. At the top left corner of your screen, you see the 2 daycare educators and 6 children.
He literally just said everything, so why would he put this in the thing?
Almost impossible.
Those other suspects soon.
Another sad story and harsh reality that it's almost impossible to get away with a crazy crime like this in broad daylight.
This shit is over.